Welcome to the MadLab MMA. I'm back. My first time being back in California since last year. I went to the Caribbean with my family. I watched the Alabama-Michigan Rose Bowl in the Caribbean with my dad, with my heart beating through my fucking chest on that fourth down.
Yeah.
On that fourth down from their own 25 to Blake Corum, man. Coming back and winning that. I felt like that was the fucking championship right there, taking down Saban, Alabama, you know? And then I flew right to Jersey from there, and I got to watch the national championship with Pipe and my boy Scotty, my boys from home, and was by far the greatest day in my life. Better than like the day my kids were born.
So not to even undermine that.
Most satisfying day of my entire life to finally get and just to be. I mean, it's hard to win a national championship, bro. It's
hard to win any championship.
It's like a Super Bowl. Of
course.
It's that hard. You know what I mean? You got to go undefeated, 15-0, and then the sign stealing. Like I love how it all played out.
Yeah.
Because the whole sign stealing thing, it stopped in like week 8, whenever it happened. They played all cream puffs up to that point.
Who?
Michigan.
Yeah.
Then the sign stealing came out. Everything stops. Then they beat Penn State, Ohio State, Alabama, Washington. Like, boom, boom. The number 9 team, number 1 team, number 4 team, number 2 team to win it all. I mean, they went through the gauntlet, and we're the fucking champions.
He's not kidding either, because let me tell you something. That statement that he said about the greatest day of his life. So I was texting him like throughout the game. I didn't want to bother him too much because that's like me watching the Niners. Like, I don't want to be bothered, you know. But big plays, I was messaging him and stuff. And my father calls me up.
He was texting me.
My father calls me up right after the game, and he's like, "Bush must be so happy right now." I was like, "Yeah." He just texted me. He goes, "Let me guess." He said it was the greatest day of his life.
I got texts from people, like everybody knows.
Yeah.
People I haven't talked to in years. Kids from high school I haven't talked to in 10 years. They all remember how crazy
I am.
I'm getting. I must have got 100 texts that night from people I haven't talked to in years. Congrats, bro.
When you
I was thinking about you,
bro.
You know?
When you walk into his apartment in Jersey, it's like you're walking into the Michigan locker room. I mean, in his living room, he's got the picture of the stadium. Right?
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, bro, ever since I've known him for a long time, and this kid, ever since I've known him, you even got a picture in the apartment. It's like you when you were like young, bro, when your kids were babies.
Yep.
In the foliage.
Yeah.
And you got the Michigan shirt on.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
die hard. Bro, he's die hard.
I have a Desmond Howard jersey from 1990 still. When I was fat. It's huge.
Yeah, so that was good.
But, man, it was so... And you know, I'm so happy it happened like this because next year... everything changes. It goes to 12-team playoff.
Yeah.
This is the last time it's a 14 playoff, which is so.
You didn't even sweat though, bro. I mean, you did because you're a fan, but it wasn't really even a sweat.
The Washington game.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot closer than the score ended up being, 34-13.
Yeah,
it was close until
you could just tell the way it was going.
When Donovan Edwards ran those first 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you could just tell.
You know what I mean?
How about him, bro?
Yeah, well, man.
Third stringer.
Oh man. Well, he's going to be the starter next year.
But did nothing.
Did nothing all year. But he had a rough year too, so I was happy for him. But I mean, the Alabama game was the one.
Yeah,
dude. You know, so
Saban's gone now.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
it.
How great is that? We beat him. He retires. Yeah, someone posted. It's like so Michigan beats Alabama. Saban retires. Michigan beats Washington, and Alabama hires the coach from Washington.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Really, really great. So, anyway, back. I had to get that out of the way. Hail to the victors right here. That's from I bought that when I went to Ann Arbor to a game, by the way, at the fucking stadium.
Really?
Yeah. I brought this back from Michigan, yeah. But, hey, out of the gates last week. Coming in red hot.
Needed that.
New site, new colors, new logo, new everything, new gadgets. Yeah. And we come out with a 4-unit day, right? And a bunch of nice winning DraftKings slips.
Yeah. 11-1 on the predictions. We even hit the way of wins down the board.
I saw.
Down the board. Decision. You know, so we had a really, really good day. Went up 4 units to start the year. 11-1. We had one guy. We changed his name. It's not John Money Mac anymore.
What is it?
It's Johnny Sacks from The Sopranos.
That's awesome.
So Johnny Sacks ended up hitting 2 qualifiers right out of the gate for the fantasy championship. So
that's awesome.
We're running hot from NFL to MMA to anybody who got in on the special that we're no longer offering. You're definitely happy with what you got because you actually covered your cost right for
Boom.
week 1. Boom, done.
There you go. Now we got UFC 297 coming up. You want to talk a little bit about what happened to the Eagles and the fucking Cowboys this weekend first?
We saw it coming.
Wow, bro.
We saw it coming, bro. I was on the phone with a couple people, and I said,
I thought I saw the Eagles coming. I thought the Cowboys were actually gonna, dude. They can't win in the fucking playoffs.
I said, bro, something tells me Green Bay's gonna win that game, bro.
Bro, it was 27-0 in the blink of an eye.
They were baiting you to take that line, bro.
Yeah.
Because look at the spreads this week.
Wow.
10 points this week. Niners 10 points. Houston getting 10 points. You're telling me that they didn't deserve to be at least a 10-point dog in that game?
Are you happy that they're both out?
I am, but I'm not. There's a part of me that wanted to play Dallas because I think Dallas, they choke. They just choke. And look, here's the thing, guys. I sound like Sean Strickland right now. Here's the thing, guys. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I said this to you with the Detroit game when everybody was on the Rams. Everyone was on the Rams. I said they're not losing. Detroit's not losing that game.
Yeah.
They said they're not losing the game. Green Bay has no shot in hell in winning this game. So I'm going to just save you guys your money, and I'm going to tell you why. There's things behind it. It's not just because it's my team. They're coming off a game where they blew their load. That's the best they've looked. From their defense or their offense. They're on a short week.
Aaron Jones looked great.
They're also on a short week. They're playing Saturday.
They're playing Saturday.
They're playing Saturday. They're on a short week. You got the Niners that are right now relaxing. They're healing. They have time to prepare. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys, if you even take the 10 points, I think you're crazy. I think the Niners are going to open them up.
So you think it's going to be Niners and Detroit in the NFC Championship game?
I'm going to be honest with you right now, bro.
You like Tampa?
I don't know in that game. But we have a fast track now to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that bet that I put in, look, you guys could put in 100 futures. I don't care what you do. I put in 1 future, 2 futures. I put the Niners to win the NFC months ago.
And Michigan to win the national championship.
3. That's 3. That's 3. Right. I put Michigan to win the national championship. I put Niners to win the NFC. And I took Niners when they were plus 1,000 to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I don't hedge with that shit. You stick with. They are. Boring injury, they're going to the Super Bowl.
I think so, too.
There's no way in hell Green Bay beats them in San Francisco. So save your money. Don't listen to ESPN. Don't listen to what they're trying to sell you. If they beat San Francisco in San Francisco, it might be, in my eyes, one of the biggest upsets in that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. So save your money. Don't listen to the analytics. People who are picking against the 49ers can't stand that Brock Purdy's making them look foolish.
You think Houston got a shot at upsetting the Ravens?
Yep.
It's Houston-Baltimore, right?
Yep.
Dude, this fucking C.J. Stroud, I didn't see this coming. I mean, he was great at Ohio State, but Ohio State quarterbacks never work out. But this kid's fucking something else, dude.
Bro, I'm telling you right now.
He's got a laser. He's accurate. He's quick.
And they're
scary.
And they're giving you 10 points.
Dude, they were supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league this year.
Yeah.
It's because of him.
Yeah, but they listen.
I'm sure it's because of the coaching, the chemistry. It's a lot of stuff, but he's the fucking catalyst.
They have a chance to get by this game, but it's going to be, and I've been saying this all year, it's going to be Niners and the Bills. That's the Super Bowl.
Baltimore's tough.
Bills are going to, I'm telling you right now.
I mean, they got the momentum.
Listen, look how good Josh Allen looked in the first half, then he looked in nothing.
But then he came through.
But he's going to find a way to make it.
That run was...
He's going to find a way to make it. You know it, I know it. He's going to find a way to make it. It's going to be Niners and Bills, and then I'll be honest with you, then I get nervous.
What a Super Bowl that would be.
That would be a great Super Bowl.
I would love to see that.
I want the Ravens too, though. I want redemption.
And KC's right there too, man.
Bro,
you never know.
How
Patrick Mahomes, you got Buffalo, you got a 2-time Super Bowl quarterback still in the mix.
Kansas City's not.
You got
they're not
this rookie. The AFC playoffs are, all 4 teams are legit.
You think Casey has a shot to go?
I think if you got a team led by Patrick Mahomes, you always have a
But you know what's funny? No one's talking about it. No one's even, they're like afterthoughts in the AFC right now.
Yeah, nobody's talking about Kansas City.
Yeah, nobody.
No, they're not even talked about. Meanwhile, you got a guy who has 2 fucking rings already, bro. You know, so you got to, there he's there.
Anybody who followed me months ago and put Niners plus 950 to win the Super Bowl, hold on to that ticket and don't hedge.
All right, let's go. Let's get into the UFC while you guys are here. We'll start at the top. Pay-per-view event, Strickland, and now they're calling him DDP, right? That's his nickname.
Isn't that ridiculous?
I hate that nickname. I hate him, and I hate that fucking nickname. I hate his big teeth. I hate this guy. All right? You know, I love Strickland. I loved him a while ago. I loved him. I really got into him after he fought Jack
Hermanson?
No. Before
Jack Marshman?
Yeah. When he was talking shit the whole fight. That's
Come on, Jack!
Why won't you go down, Jack?
And that was after his motorcycle accident.
That was after the after that. And then that's when I really fell in love with him. I liked him ever since. And you know, look, he had those 2 losses at Cannonier and then Pereira with that nasty knock, and he came back and then he destroys it. We know what happened here. And I love the guy. I think this is the last guy the UFC wanted to have a title. He is not the normal title kids role model type at all.
Yeah.
You know? But I love the guy, man. I love the way he fights, and he got that Philly shell down. And I think it's all about styles, right? That style was just bad for Adesanya, right?
Well, I don't think Adesanya was himself either.
I don't think he was. He wasn't even himself when he beat Pereira in that second fight.
I don't think.
You know what I mean?
I'm not taking no credit away from him.
No.
But a dialed in Izzy beats him. You know?
Maybe. And then you look at this guy, right? You know, I was staring at this before, his resume. Okay?
Who?
DDP.
Yeah, but that's again. I'm bringing that's why I was doing this.
Okay, so he beats Robert Whittaker, big underdog. Give him all the credit in the world. I don't want to say maybe it wasn't the same. I don't want to say any of that. He did beat Robert Whittaker, all-time great, right? You look behind that. He beat a Derek Brunson whose chin is dusted. He beat a Darren Till who was not the Darren Till from 6 years ago.
No.
Till's been dusted for a couple of years here. You know, he beats Brad Tavares, tough, great. Trevin Giles, great. I mean, like the only really big win in my eyes is the Robert Whittaker.
And how big is it?
I don't know, because I don't know if Whittaker is the same Whittaker
That's
anymore.
what I mean. We don't know.
But I also don't want to say that because Whittaker before that looked great. It's a tricky kind of thing there. So we'll give him the credit for the Whittaker fight. But that's it. Do I think he's tough? I think he's tough. Do I think it's going to be a close fight? I do. I think he actually is pretty good. But I'm going to go with Strickland here, man.
How?
I'm going to go Strickland decision.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm going to go Strickland decision here. You know, Strickland doesn't have power, but if he controls the fight and does the Philly shell, I think DDP gives him a tougher time than Adesanya.
Because he's going to push forward.
He's going to push forward. Adesanya was playing that counter game and just he was getting walked down the whole time. So I think it's going to be a much tougher fight than that fight. I think it'll be a close decision actually, but I do think Strickland comes out and retains the belt.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going back and forth on this a little bit, and then like you said, you just brought it up, and we didn't even talk about this before. But I made a notation about this, and this is what I mean about, like, once one person jumps onto a guy, it seems like everybody just rolls onto him. And they did it with any sport, though. I mean, look, everybody rolled in on the Rams. Everybody rolled in on this. Everyone rolled. And 99.9% of the time, it's one guy with very bad information, and they're wrong. You got to look at not the position that he's in. Is he in a good position? DDP, he's in a good position. Is he winning fights at a very high level? Yeah, he is. But who did he really beat? Now watch this notation here. Okay, Brunson not in the UFC anymore. Till lost 5 of his last 6. Yep. Tavares lost 4 of his last 7. Giles lost 3 of his last 5. Perez no longer in the UFC and lost 5 of his last 7 when he was there. The only good person that he beat with a winning record before the slate was over is Whittaker. Like, who did he really beat? Who did he really beat for anybody to sit there and say, well, he's going to destroy Strong Strickland, the goodbye to Strong Strickland. Like, who did he beat? He beat one guy. If he never beat Whittaker, what would people be saying? They'd probably be saying the same thing.
I don't know. And, this whole thing happened with Strickland was because Du Plessis was supposed to fight Adesanya.
Yeah.
Du Plessis pulled out, he got injured, Strickland steps in, Strickland wins the belt. I don't know how any of this would have played out. If he would have fought Adesanya, what would have happened? Maybe Strickland never gets a title shot. I don't even know.
He deserves to be the dog in this spot. I like DDP's, grit. I think he's tough. But people do forget that this dude does gas out. This dude is a muscled up guy. He does gas out. He's fighting a guy who is going to push a pace with him because, you know, the whole man dance thing. So
Strickland's got a good tank.
Great tank.
Yeah.
And he's got very, very underrated takedown defense and grappling.
Yep.
Very underrated. I know DDP has, you know, a pretty unrecognizable but good grappling game too. He's strong, he's powerful, but if he stays out of the pocket, he stays tight, he utilizes his jab, he keeps him guessing a little bit, Strickland really should win this fight. Like, this is his fight to win or lose. That's my opinion. This is his fight to win or lose. I think he's the better fighter. I think he's, obviously he's got plenty of more experience than DDP. He's beat the better level of competition. He's got the style to do it. So me too. I'm going Strickland, but I'm actually going Strickland by late finish.
By late finish.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of animosity boiled into here, despite what he said. Like, I don't know if you watched his interview with Theo Von when he was crying on the interview.
No.
He was crying on the interview. He was like, why did you take that so seriously with that? He's like, bro, you don't bring up someone's past like that. Like, he started going through his childhood trauma. They almost, like, stopped the interview. Like, he started crying. And
Strickland did?
Yeah, bro.
Wow, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. So, so he goes, I literally told DDP that if he DM'd him. He goes, if you bring that up in the press conference, I promise you I'll stab you.
Wait, what was it that he brought up?
He brought up his childhood trauma.
What was it?
About his father.
About his father.
And his parents, what did he say? Something like, you think your dad beat you, wait till I get you. Something weird like that.
Is that what he said when they were in the arena? Or that was
but during the presser, and then that's what kind of sparked it in the arena.
Oh, okay.
And so I think this is not about the belt. Like, you hear him say, I don't care about the belt. The belt's under a bag of clothes.
Is Colby Covington DDP?
Yeah, he's like, I don't care about the belt. He's like, the belt's under a pile of clothes in my closet. He's like, I'm not even lying. He goes, so this to me is like, if he loses his next fight, I don't think he cares. But this fight, I think he cares. Like, this is like a respect fight for him. So I'm going Strickland. I'm going to say Strickland finishes him 4th or 5th round.
Yeah, I like it. Let's go. I love Strickland. All right, next fight on the card, we got Raquel Pennington and Mayra Bueno Silva. Tough fight, man. And I've been thinking about this fight today. Pennington's tough, man, but I just don't. I think Bueno Silva, I know she had that victory over Holly Holm, then they overturned it. She has a positive for something,
yeah.
I don't know, whatever it was. But and the resume, you have, I guess, a little similar resume. I mean, Bueno Silva did lose to Fiore and Landsberg and Edgar. It's such a tough wound on. It's tough, man. I'm going to go with Bueno Silva. I am going to go with Bueno Silva. Bueno Silva by submission. By submission.
You're going to
By sub.
I'm going the other way.
Are you?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to. I know you like Pennington.
It's not even that I like her. It's that she's got that.
She's a dog.
She's got that dog in her.
I know she does. I know
Silva's tough, and I
think Silva's skill set's a little wider.
What do you mean wider?
All around.
Yeah, but what do we always say? Sometimes the better fighter doesn't always win.
Yeah.
I think Pennington's got the better boxer.
Better boxing,
sure.
And Silva definitely better grappling.
But I think that Silva's the type of fighter that you can take her off course and frustrate her and take her off course and make her fight emotional. When Pennington's been there so many times, she knows I just need to stay the course. So I'm not overly impressed with Silva. I like what she's done. Like, look, she got to no contest with Holm. She beat Lena Landsberg, big deal. Yeah. Stephanie Yeager hasn't aged well as far as the win there.
But she's looked good doing it.
She's looked good doing it. Yeah, she's looked good. She's tough, dude. Listen, she's very, very tough. But there's something about this fight where I could see Pennington just winning the minutes on the cage battle. Pinning her up against the cage, reversing position. Boring fight. Probably not going to be this barn burner fight. I like her here. I like Pennington here. I'm going to say Pennington by decision.
All right. Next fight on the card, Mike Malott versus Neil Magny. This is Neil Magny.
This is in Canada too. Remember, there's a lot of Canadians on this card.
A lot of because Malott's a Canadian guy. Neil, this is a classic gatekeeper fight, right? Magny been around forever, tough out for anybody. This is like a test for the kid to see if he belongs. This is how I look at this fight. I like this kid. I don't think he's amazing, but I do like him, and I think we've seen the best in Neil Magny, and his best days are behind him. And I think this is actually a good test for the kid. Get past Magny, prove that you belong in the top 15 in the division. I think he gets it done. And Magny's a tough guy to finish, though, so I'm going to say Mike wins by decision.
This is dangerous, though. You know why?
Why?
You know why they're giving him this guy?
Why?
Magny? There's no doubt he can beat him.
Yeah.
But they're gonna test this kid's gas tank now.
They're gonna test his tank too,
because he's only been out of the first round one time in his UFC career.
That's a good point.
And Neil Magny's got he's known for his pressure and his gas tank, and that's what he's known for.
And that was early second round.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So if you look at the guys that Magny's fought, Ian Gary, Rowe, Burns,
D-Rod,
Rodriguez, Rachmanov. Like
even though he's lost, he's fought.
He's fighting killers.
Yeah.
And then you're getting him. He's fighting Fugit, Lyonnaise, Mickey Gall. You know what I mean? Like he's fighting. This is a huge step up in competition from him.
Huge. I'm
going to go with Malott just because I feel like this is what they're slating. They got this kid who's Canadian's guy next to a guy like Arnold Allen. I'm going to go with him, but buyer beware on this, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you know what I mean? I'd be really, really careful with this because if he goes out, he has a little bit of a dump in front of his home crowd, maybe doesn't get it done in the first round, middle of the second round, and Magny, he starts tick, coming back. But the judges in Canada will probably give it to him anyway. But I'm going to go Malott. I don't think he's going to finish him. I'm going to say Malott by decision.
By decision?
Yeah.
Fucking, I hate Magny.
Yeah.
All right, your boy Chris Curtis. If you guys don't know, MadLab got blocked by Chris Curtis.
Brutal.
About 6 months ago after having
He's such a pussy.
After the kid was talking shit, making excuses about I forgot who he fought that night.
You're such a pussy.
He was making excuses, and then Lab was going off and tagging him, and then next thing you know, he's back and forth, and then he blocked. Then he blocked
me. Yeah,
on Twitter.
Me.
Right?
We were going back and forth like a half hour.
Yeah, and then he blocked him. Tough fight, man. He's fighting Barriault. This is a great fight.
You know what he said on the fucking show? I wanted to jump through the screen and smack him.
What did he say?
He said on his show with Strickland, this is why I just can't stand him because of the things that he says. He said on the show with Strickland, they were talking about, he said he brought his Twitter back for a small period of time, right? He's like, I came back on Twitter, and he's like, and I got off it again. He's like, because people on Twitter, he goes, they don't understand that nobody on Twitter can beat me up. And I'm saying to myself, bro, like, this ain't the cage, number one. This is not, you're not in a cage, so street fight's completely different. And I can name about 3 guys that I know personally that would fucking be minus 500s in a street fight mopping the floor with you that are on Twitter. That's just why I don't like him. He's so cocky, dude. You know what I mean? I just don't like, there's something about him. But I'll get to my point about this fight after this.
Tough fight. Barriault's been in a bunch of wars too. We've seen Barriault come back in the third round after getting bludgeoned. And listen, this is probably one of the most exciting fights on the card.
Yeah.
Curtis, as much as we say this, right? He's a pretty good fighter. He's not a bad fighter, and he's in some very exciting fights. Yes. Almost all the fights have some kind of drama. So it's an exciting fight. I know Lab, as much as he don't like Curtis, I think he's going to lean Curtis. I'm going to go the other way. I'm gonna say Marc-Andre Barriault. I
didn't see that coming.
I'm gonna say weathers the storm over here and has one of those third round come back and just win a split decision kind of fight here.
I didn't see that coming.
On a gut.
All right. So as much as I don't like you, Chris Curtis, because I don't like your if I could like unzip your personality and put someone else's in you, I'd actually really like you because I love his style. Like I like that go for. He's got very good boxing. He's got an insane chin. The guy's a good fighter. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. And this is business and this is money. And when you got to make a pick, you got to take your. I think he wins this fight. I don't know if he wins it handedly. But I think there's going to be a point in time where durability is going to play a big factor in this fight. And knocking Chris Curtis out or hurting Chris Curtis or outworking Chris Curtis is not an easy thing.
No.
I think Barriault can do it to a point, and I think in here he has it, but I don't know if his chin is going to last.
He's definitely got the heart.
Yeah, he's got the heart.
Yeah.
But I don't know if his conditioning and his cardio is going to last. I mean, his conditioning and his chin, if they get into this big dragged out firefight, I could see Curtis knocking him out. So I'm going to go Chris Curtis by knockout late.
Chris Curtis by knockout late. All right. Now we got the last fight in the card. Another great fight.
Great fight.
Evolev versus Arnold Allen.
Do you think this is a pay-per-view card?
No. This is like a really, really good UFC fight night. You know what I mean? But, hey, we take what we can get right? Evolev, man, I mean, this guy's been, as impressive as they can. He's undefeated. The guy's just got all around awesome game, good ground game. He's got power. He goes to the cards more often than not, but he's just a tough motherfucker. Arnold Allen, last time we seen him, he lost to Max Holloway. He beat Cater before that, but Cater got hurt.
That
fight never played out.
Yep.
And then the Holloway fight, I don't know why some people thought that Arnold Allen won that fight. I remember Helwani.
Well, because they bet him.
There was no way he won that fight.
You guys got to learn one thing about modern day wagering and modern day like DFS and stuff. When somebody comes out and says that when they lose their pick or they lose their wager, they'd say two things. One, or a couple things. The judges screwed them. The game is fixed. They should have won the fight. Like, this is modern day. The fact of the matter is, even if I picked Arnold Allen, which I didn't in that fight, I went the other way, Max Holloway. If I did pick him, he lost the fight, dude.
He lost the fight.
He lost the fight. But
this is a great fight, man. Resumes are both good on both of these guys. Cater, I know the Cater fight. Hooker, Youssef. Tough fight, man. I like Evolev here, though. I do. I think he keeps that 0 on his record. I think he wins a decision. I think that he's just tougher.
Yeah.
I think he's tougher. I think he's tougher. I think he's tougher. I think he's stronger. I think he wins with some control time, and I think he wins this fight.
I think Allen's a good athlete, a great athlete.
Yeah.
And I think he's got the strength and power advantage in the fight. But I think just the athletic ability, the well-rounded ability of Evolev, the choices that he makes, his entries are very different. Like he doesn't need to do these blast doubles. He has all these different entries that he can get onto your hips, ankle pick you and stuff. He's just a seamless fighter. He's going to lose. Like eventually he's going to fight somebody. He's going to run into a buzzsaw and he's going to lose. But I don't see it happening here. I mean, look like the one fight that ages the best for me is the Diego Lopes fight.
Yeah.
Look how good he turned out to be.
And he's good, that kid.
And Evolev, and he put Evolev in some spots.
He did.
People were questioning Evolev. They were like, nah, maybe he's not that good.
Now this kid looks amazing.
But now you know why. You know what I mean? So, and he beat him. He beat Dan Ige, another guy who's super tough to beat. Dawodu, Lentz, Grundy. Like, he beat some really legit dudes. And when you look at Ireland, he lost to Holloway. The Cater fight doesn't count. He beat a washed-up Dan Hooker. Sadiq Youssef, he's okay. And Lentz, like, there's just there's a different level here of skill set all the way around. So I'm going to go Evolev. I'm going to 3 rounds. It should be a 5-round fight, but 3 rounds, I'll go Evolev by decision.
That's it. So looking forward to Saturday night. We're trying to put together this last couple of details for Fight Club, and then we'll make a formal announcement what we're going to be doing.
We'll do a separate video on it.
We'll do a separate video. I'm so excited about this. All right, looking forward to it. Let's slay Saturday night. We're going to go on the plus side again.
Yep.
And then we'll have winning slip Mondays posted everywhere.
Yeah, if you guys, those of you that listen, if you're even watching this right now, because we're shadow banned everywhere apparently.
No, it's fixed now, right?
What, our YouTube?
One of them was good, right, Mackenzie? The TikTok MadLab looks like it opened up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But if you go on the website, the MadLabMMA.com, even if you're not a member, at least sign up for the newsletter. 2-3 times a week, we're sending out newsletters with what we're doing, free pick. Once in a while, we'll throw out a free pick in there, what we did during the week. So at least go there and sign up for the newsletter and get on the newsletter. It's free.
All right, see you Saturday.